The thing is that just because we're magic doesn't mean we're not real.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most memorable performances, speeches, and tributes from the BET Awards' remarkable 25-year history. Number 25, Doja addresses the Los Angeles protests, 2025.
First of all, thank you so much, BET. This is my first BET Award, so this means a lot to me. I grew up watching this.
Following a whirlwind year of success, Doja snagged her first BET Award for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist at the 2025 ceremony. When she took the stage, Doja used her acceptance speech to address the serious issues overshadowing the event. After acknowledging her fellow nominees, she turned her focus to the immigration raids and protest crackdowns in Los Angeles, criticizing the Trump administration for deploying military forces against demonstrators.
And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears to be when every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us.
She also used the moment to express solidarity with oppressed communities, urging the audience to raise their voices against hate and keep the spotlight on ongoing injustices.
People are being swept up and torn from their families, and I feel it's my responsibility as an artist to use this moment to speak up for all oppressed people.
Her speech, one of several that night addressing political and social issues, was met with loud applause. Number 24, Megan Thee Stallion's Girls in the Hood and Savage Remix performance, 2020. In 2020, the BET Awards were held virtually for the first time due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But those limitations didn't prevent Megan Thee Stallion from delivering a scorching mashup of her biggest summer hits. Set in the Las Vegas desert, Megan launched into a fiery performance of Girls in the Hood, flanked by dancers in Mad Max-inspired costumes.
I'm a hot girl, I do hot, spend this income on my outfit, I don't text quick.
Then, because one set simply isn't enough, Megan revved up her motorbike and sped to a second stage, where she delivered a rendition of the Savage remix, her chart-topping collaboration with Beyoncé.
I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty.
Even though we didn't get to see an appearance from Queen Bee, Megan proved she had more than enough star power to carry the moment alone.
I be talking my friends, gang, 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 gang. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. I'm a savage.
Number 23, Lil Nas X's steamy performance of Montero, Call Me By Your Name, 2021.
Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to luck with me tonight. Looking at the table and I see the reason why.
Lil Nas X sure knows how to get people talking. After causing a stir with the provocative music video for Montero, Call Me By Your Name, the rapper doubled down with a bold performance at the 2021 BET Awards. Paying homage to Michael Jackson's Remember the Time, he came out decked in a pharaoh-inspired gold costume, surrounded by an Egyptian-themed backdrop.
Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
The bulk of the performance was pretty straightforward, with the rapper delivering some killer moves alongside a troupe of male dancers. Then, right at the end, he climbed to the top of the stage, where he locked lips with one of his dancers. As expected, the moment lit a firestorm online, but the backlash was drowned out by the outpouring of support from his fans. Number 22, Remy Ma ends Nicki Minaj's 7-year streak, 2017. Between 2010 and 2016, Nicki Minaj dominated the Best Female Hip-Hop Artist category, but her winning streak came to an end in 2017 when her nemesis, Remy Ma, claimed the title.
And the winner is... Remy Ma!
By then, their feud had spanned a full decade, with a series of diss tracks exchanged between the two. This was Ma's first win since 2005, and when she took to the stage, she thanked her friends and family for their support during her 6-year stint behind bars for assault and weapons charges.
My husband, Black Love, I love you, Papoose. When I didn't believe in myself, you believed in me. My business partner, my brother.
But Ma wasn't about to just walk off without one final jab. She wrapped up her speech with a short rap aimed at Minaj, boldly declaring her return to snatch back the hip-hop queen crown.
Pads in your bras, Y'all some liars. It ain't no facts in your song. And yeah, that crown is coming back to the Bronx.
Number 21. Tyler, the Creator's Lumberjack performance, 2021. You can't help but be marveled at the genius of Tyler, the Creator. For his very first BET Awards performance, Tyler gave the audience a glimpse into his recent album Call Me If You Get Lost, with a show-stopping rendition of its lead single, Lumberjack. Inspired by the song's music video, the performance opens with Tyler in the backseat of a car, as a voiceover warns of an impending windstorm. After being dropped off, he powers through his verse while battling intense gusts of wind.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull out.
It's a hyper-realistic performance, with real wind effects pushing against him as he moves. Then, in a fitting closure, the storm overtakes Tyler and blows him off stage.
Tell me what they is. Used to treat me like that boy. I found him in the middle. Now I'm 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I said Rolls Royce.
Number 20. Rihanna throws money at Stephen Hill, 2015.
But BT, let me bring a minute on here. So you guys ready?
Rihanna may not have performed at the 2015 BET Awards, but she still managed to steal the show. First, she was caught on camera playfully taping Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s mouth shut, a moment that quickly went viral. Then she got into what looked like a heated exchange with BET's president of programming, Stephen Hill, throwing a wad of cash at his face and storming off. The internet erupted with theories about this altercation, with some even criticizing Rihanna for being disrespectful. But it all turned out to be staged. Rihanna later posted a picture of herself and Hill on Instagram, joking that they had, quote, kissed and made up. Her antics that night were all to promote the music video for her single, Better Have My Money.
Like blah, 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 pay me what you want it, don't act like you forgot.
Number 19. Busta Rhymes brings out the hip-hop A-Team, 2006. Busta Rhymes' performance at the 6th BET Awards was a hip-hop royal gathering, and it gave fans everything they didn't even know they needed. He kicked things off with I Love My Chick, joined by both Khalees and will.i.am. That alone would have made for a solid set, but Busta had so much more in store. The performance then transitioned into the explosive Touch It remix, with each featured artist, Mary J. Blige, Rah Digga, Missy Elliott, Lloyd Banks, and Papoose, appearing on stage to deliver their verse.
Touch it, bring it, baby. Watch it, turn it, leave it, touch it. Touch it, bring it, baby.
It felt like the hip-hop version of the Avengers. And just when it seemed like the lineup couldn't get any more stacked, Eminem emerged for a surprise final verse that brought the house down.
And I'm screaming on the wrong part of the song. Let's do it again. Let's turn it up more. Let's turn it up loud. Let them know we win.
Number 18. Nipsey Hussle's family accepts his humanitarian award, 2019. In his too short time on Earth, rapper and activist Nipsey Hussle managed to leave a lasting impact on both his fans and his community. Not only did he make profound music, but he also invested in initiatives aimed at uplifting young black men like himself.
His emphasis on the power of equity and ownership of our art led the charge of independence and created a blueprint for up-and-coming artists today to follow.
Following his untimely passing in 2019, Hussle's efforts were honored at the BETs with a posthumous humanitarian award, which was accepted by his family. His grandmother, Margaret Boutte, first thanked fans for their love and support. Then came his girlfriend, actress Lauren London, who echoed her gratitude and promised to keep his vision alive.
We just want to thank you guys for all the love and support, and the marathon continues again.
Rounding out the emotional tribute, his mother and father shared touching memories, including the fact that Hussle had always dreamed of performing at the BET Awards.
He wanted to be here so badly, and last year he made it to perform here. We were so happy for him, and now we recognize him, and we appreciate that.
Number 17. Alicia Keys celebrates 90s girl groups, 2008. The 2008 BET Awards were a standout night for Alicia Keys. She not only won Best Female R&B Pop Artist, but also delivered one of the most talked-about performances of the event. Rocking a sleek bob, Keys kicked things off with Teenage Love Affair, which instantly got the crowd grooving. Then out of nowhere, she introduced R&B girl group SWV, who joined her on stage for a spirited rendition of their hit, Weak. The nostalgia ride continued as En Vogue followed with a powerful performance of Hold On. But the night truly reached its peak when TLC hit the stage to perform Waterfalls with Keys, complete with the signature choreography. By the end, Keys further proved herself as a musical bridge, connecting generations. Number 16. Whitney Houston accepts inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award, 2001. At the very first BET Awards, the Lifetime Achievement Award went to none other than Whitney Houston. At just 37, Houston was relatively young for such an honor, but she had already created a legacy that could only be matched by a few.
Hey, wait! That's mine! That's mine! Let me handle this! You better chill. You better lay low.
Following a tribute performance by Christina Aguilera and Luther Vandross, Houston took the stage to accept the award, thanking her family and record label executives for their enduring support.
We've been together for such a long time. I love you. To my new Arista family, the best is yet to come.
Her speech was both heartfelt and hilarious, as she called herself a survivor, dropped a few musical references, and burst into a playful sing-song. The moment has since become a high point in Houston's career, but also emblematic of the personal battles that shaped her final years.
To my Nippy Inc. family, Donna, Lynn, Pat, Lori, Shelly, Aaliyah, Rose, Brian, Darren, and Ulysses, thank you for holding down the fort.
Number 15. Jamie Foxx Ultimate Icon Tribute and Acceptance Speech, 2025. At the 2025 BET Awards, Jamie Foxx was honored with the Ultimate Icon Award and received a star-studded tribute during the ceremony. The segment was led by actor Craig Robinson, who first introduced Babyface and Ludacris to perform a cover of Fox's hit Unpredictable. The tribute continued with Tank's powerful rendition of Ray Charles's Nighttime is the Right Time, a nod to Fox's Oscar-winning portrayal of the music legend.
Oh, baby. Come on, baby. I wanna be with the one I love. You're the one I'm thinking of.
But the most memorable moment came when Jennifer Hudson made a surprise appearance. Later on, Fox took the stage to receive the trophy from Stevie Wonder. In an emotional speech, he reflected on his near-death experience in 2023 and thanked his family for keeping him grounded throughout.
But I don't know why I went through what I went through, but I know my second chance I'm not gonna turn down.
Number 14. Offset and Quavo reunite to honor Takeoff, 2023. In November 2022, rapper Takeoff, one-third of the hip-hop group Migos, was fatally shot outside a Texas bowling alley, leading to the group's disbandment. At the 2023 BET Awards, the two remaining members, Offset and Quavo, reunited on stage for a surprise tribute to their late bandmate. The performance opened with Quavo and Takeoff's song Hotel Lobby, as a rocket image behind them slowly transformed into a portrait of Takeoff. They then launched into their chart-topping hit Bad and Bougie, surrounded by dancers, while Takeoff's image remained projected in the background. More than just a tribute, this was a moment of reconciliation between Offset and Quavo, and a love letter to their fans, giving them one final glimpse of the iconic group.
Yeah, that way. What? Float on the track like a set. Which way are we going? Yeah, that way. I used to trap out of subway.
Number 13. Usher Lifetime Achievement Tribute, 2024. 2024 truly was the year to celebrate R&B legend Usher. Following his widely praised Super Bowl halftime show, Usher was honored at the BET Awards with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and a tribute featuring his greatest hits. Childish Gambino and Keke Palmer opened the segment with an a cappella version of You Don't Have to Call, after which Palmer continued solo with You Make Me Wanna.
Now you make me wanna leave, wanna quit, start a new relationship with you. That's what you do.
Then came a lineup of powerhouse female singers, including Summer Walker, Coco Jones, Chloe, and Tinashe, each putting their spin on an Usher classic.
Ain't gotta rush, I just wanna take it nice and slow.
The tribute reached its peak with an electrifying performance of Bad Girl by Victoria Monet and Tiana Taylor, earning an approving nod from Usher himself.
See you later, coming on me tonight. I'm going to be back, I'll be your bad girl.
This was a masterfully executed, star-studded celebration of a true icon. Number 12, Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar perform Freedom, 2016. The 2016 BET Awards took place during Beyoncé's Formation World Tour, so despite being nominated in several categories, many didn't expect her to show up. But the music star surprised everyone by opening the show with a stunning performance of Freedom. For those who were unable to attend the tour, Beyoncé recreated the full stage setup, complete with a shallow pool of water where dancers stomped and splashed as she sang. Then, midway through the performance, Kendrick Lamar emerged from beneath the stage and cranked things up several notches with a reworked version of his verse. He then joined Beyoncé in the water for the final chorus, ending the performance with a striking image of the two standing united. Number 11, Jesse Williams' Impassioned Speech, 2016. For his work in championing civil rights causes, Jesse Williams was honored with the Humanitarian Award at the 2016 BET Awards. In his acceptance speech, Williams delivered a blistering 5-minute address condemning racial inequality and police brutality.
And we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function.
The Grey's Anatomy actor didn't mince words. He directly named several black people who had died during encounters with law enforcement.
Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt.
Williams closed by celebrating black contributions to culture and calling for an end to cultural appropriation, even referencing the haunting Billie Holiday song Strange Fruit.
Ghettoizing and demeaning our creations, then stealing them, gentrifying our genius, and then trying us on like costumes before discarding our bodies like rinds of strange fruit.
His speech received a standing ovation in the auditorium and widespread praise from viewers at home. However, it was also criticized by some who launched a Change.org petition demanding his removal from Grey's Anatomy. But the effort ultimately failed. Number 10. Destiny's Child performs Cater to You, 2005. For this sensual performance, Beyoncé and the girls begin slow and then ramp it up, ultimately fulfilling the destiny of 3 satisfied men. At first, however, Destiny's Child stands out with their organic movements and rather sleek dresses. But then, they mix in some crowd integration by inviting Magic Johnson, Nelly, and Terrence Howard to the stage.
Give it up for these fine men.
With that, the elegant Cater to You performance transforms into a PG-13 burlesque show, with each woman getting up close and personal with the lucky gents. Even so, DC keeps it classy, balancing the art of seduction with pop culture entertainment. Number 9. Beyoncé and JayZ's Deja Vu performance, 2006.
BET, I'm ready. Let's go get it.
1 year after that, Beyoncé teamed up with her real-life man for a high-octane BET performance. Right from the start, B keeps it moving with her jovial stage presence, all the while looking stunning in her silver getup. It's mostly a flashy and dynamic performance, but when JayZ emerges, it highlights the obvious chemistry between the two icons. Plus, with the set design being relatively basic, full of bright lights and thrashing musicians, the focus is entirely on Beyoncé, and she takes complete advantage of her space with a seriously bossy performance. Number 8. Janet Jackson's heartfelt tribute to Michael Jackson, 2009. The 2009 BET Awards pulled in an unprecedented 10.7 million viewers, which remains the highest in the show's history. The reason for this was crystal clear: Michael Jackson. The King of Pop passed away just 3 days before the ceremony. As a result, the program was quickly restructured to honor his legacy.
Celebrities and entertainers honored Jackson and his contributions to the world of music. Michael's father, Joe Jackson, was there, along with sister Janet.
The night featured several tributes, with performances of Jackson's hits by New Edition, Sierra, and Keke Palmer. But the most emotional moment came near the end, when Janet Jackson made a surprise appearance. Still looking visibly devastated, she fought back tears as she spoke on behalf of her entire family. Jackson thanked everyone for the outpouring of love and support, and reflected on the void her brother's death had left behind.
To us, Michael is family, and he will forever live in all of our hearts.
Number 7. DAngelo's comeback performance, 2012.
Girl, it's only you. Have it your way.
When DAngelo takes the stage, it's always a big moment. Back in 2012, though, the crooner hadn't actually performed live in 12 years. So when he opens up with his neo-soul classic Untitled, the audience naturally goes full-on crazy. Like DAngelo has been known to do, he blends the old with the new, as he transitions into a new joint called Sugar Daddy for a little extra fire. It's one thing to hear DAngelo and all his brilliant vocalizations, but this moment allows viewers to actually see his passion and remarkable performance bravado. Number 6. Fujis Reunite, 2005. After dropping their iconic 1996 album The Score, the Fujis became MIA within pop culture, and certainly at the BET Awards. But the crew came back for a reunion performance in 2005, featuring their collective excellence on the mic. Unsurprisingly, the enigmatic Lauryn Hill made headlines with a fresh look and new arrangement of Killing Me Softly.
Killing me softly, killing me softly, with his song, and my whole life.
But it's the context and hype factor that make this moment so important to BET Award show history. Even though the Fujis never did release that anticipated next album, this 2005 performance shows that they could easily stay relevant and successful within the new digital era. Number 5. Charlie Wilson's Lifetime Achievement Tribute, 2013. After an elaborate tribute video to the one and only Uncle Charlie, he and some friends provide some classic R&B flavor. Decked out to perfection as usual, the former Gap Band singer first goes solo to give the audience some old hits.
The reason I come home at night.
But since Charlie Wilson has inspired so many of today's top artists, it only makes sense that some of his younger collaborators emerge to celebrate their uncle's legacy.
So excited.
In this moment, Charlie reminds everyone that he's still on top of his game, and the audience's reception only reinforces that fact. It's a highly touching tribute performance, one that demonstrates how the old school can inspire the new, and vice versa. Number 4. Prince's Lifetime Achievement Tribute, 2010.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
6 years before his death, the artist received the ultimate BET tribute, as multiple renowned musicians paid homage to his prolific career. For the most part, Prince stays his usual cool and collected self, complete with silky, self-referential pajamas.
Do all the things that only a best friend can.
But it's the pacing and tone of the collective performances that we want to highlight. Whether it's the musical artistry or the performance techniques, everybody brings their A-game, knowing full well that Prince wouldn't expect anything less. It's a lively production from beginning to end, with the immaculate Patti LaBelle closing it out like only she can. Number 3. Rick James and Tina Marie's performance, 2004.
It's really good to see you again, baby.
It's good to see you too, baby.
And I must admit, you look very...
In what would be his last public appearance, the iconic super freak teamed up with an old friend for a truly old-school performance. Rick James and Tina Marie begin Fire and Desire from the crowd, providing some intimacy that complements their passionate vocals.
You turned on my fire.
It's all about the nostalgic effect, with each artist trying to stretch each note for maximum effect. So for the BET Awards, this moment took everybody back in time. And it's even more special given that James would pass away a little over a month later, with Tina Marie ultimately moving on in 2010.
Never mind who you thought I was, I'm Rick James, bitch!
Number 2. Sissy Houston pays tribute to Whitney Houston, 2012.
When you're weary.
As an accomplished singer in her own right, Sissy Houston is no stranger to the stage. For this emotional performance, though, she maintains a sense of professionalism under the most difficult of circumstances.
Over troubled water.
With a photographic backdrop conjuring up memories for the audience, Sissy stands strong with a vocal tribute to her late daughter, even if her mind was clearly in another place. The BET Awards are always a family affair, and this mother's homage left the room speechless. It's a heartbreaking performance that simply could not have been delivered by anybody else.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Michael Jackson honors James Brown, 2003. Let's be real, it's always a huge moment when two legends appear side by side. But sometimes the amount of star power can almost be surreal, especially when the godfather of soul and the king of pop traded dance moves in 2003. Beyond the performance, however, both men seem to recognize the importance of the moment, with Michael Jackson breaking down as he presented the Lifetime Achievement Award, and James Brown provided his usual energy. So, as time passes and new icons emerge, this classic BET award show moment reminds us of how artists like Jackson and Brown paved the way for future generations, and helped transform the music industry as a whole.
I couldn't refuse to give this award tonight because nobody has influenced me more than this man right here.
Which of these BET award show moments will you never get tired of rewatching? Let us know in the comments below.
I'ma keep running 'cause I'm